My name is Harold, and this is my wife, Denise. We've been married for 60 years. And before you scroll away or skip to something else, I need you to hear this. What we're about to share, we truly wish someone had told us on our wedding day back in 1964. These aren't little misunderstandings. These are the mistakes that nearly tore us apart. And if you're in a relationship, or even thinking about one, this matters more than you think. When Harold says nearly, he means it. There were years, real years, when I honestly wasn't sure we'd make it to the next anniversary. People look at us now, sitting here together, and assume it was easy. They see 60 years and think we figured everything out early. We didn't. We made mistakes that cost us time, closeness, moments we can never get back. But we learned, and that's why we're here. Mistake number one, keeping score. For the first 15 years of our marriage, I kept a quiet tally in my head. I took out the trash. I mowed the lawn. I fixed things around the house. And every time Denise asked for help with something else, I'd think, haven't I already done enough? I rarely said it out loud, but she felt it. That unspoken resentment sat between us like a wall. And I had my own list. I cooked every meal, raised 3 kids, managed schedules, stayed up all night when they were sick. I remembered birthdays, anniversaries, everything for both families. So when Harold came home exhausted and complained about being tired, I wanted to scream. Instead, I stayed quiet and added it to my list. That scorekeeping poisoned us. Because marriage isn't a transaction. It's not about 50-50. Some seasons, one person carries more. When I was injured in 1983 and couldn't work for 4 months, Denise carried everything. She worked double shifts as a nurse, came home, cared for the kids, and for me. Years later, when she struggled with her health, I carried more. But we wasted so much time before that, measuring, comparing, resenting each other. The wake-up moment came from our oldest daughter. She was about 30, going through her own marriage issues, and she asked me, "Mom, do you and Dad even like each other?" That question broke me. We loved each other, but somewhere along the way, we'd forgotten how to be a team. I stopped counting. Slowly. And eventually, Harold did too. Mistake number 2, trying to change each other. Denise is a planner. Always has been. Lists. Schedules. Knowing what's happening weeks ahead. I'm the opposite. I've always lived more in the moment. For decades, we fought about it. She thought I was careless. I thought she was rigid. I kept thinking, if I explain it better, if I push harder, he'll change. So I'd say, "Why can't you be more organized?" And he'd say, "Why can't you relax?" We were trying to turn each other into different people, and it only made us feel misunderstood. Everything shifted when I realized her planning wasn't a flaw. It's how she feels safe. And my spontaneity isn't irresponsibility, it's how I experience joy. Now, Denise handles the big plans and finances, and I bring the surprises. We stopped fighting our differences and started using them. Mistake number 3, staying quiet until you explode. I'm very guilty of this. I'd let small hurts pile up because I didn't want conflict. But unspoken pain doesn't disappear, it waits. I remember one time, early 2000s, Denise lost it because I forgot to buy milk. And I thought, this can't be about milk. It wasn't. It was months of feeling unheard. If I had spoken up earlier, calmly, we could have talked. Instead, everything came out as an attack. We learned to say things sooner. Not angrily. Honestly. Mistake number 4, letting the marriage run on autopilot. After about 25 years, we stopped trying without realizing it. We talked logistics, not feelings. We became roommates. Watching close friends divorce after 38 years terrified me. She told me, we weren't unhappy, just existing. I didn't want that future. So we made changes. Dinner at the table, evening walks, real conversations, date nights, simple, intentional time together. Marriage needs attention. It doesn't survive on neglect. Mistake number 5, forgetting you're on the same team. We used to argue to win. But in marriage, if one wins, both lose. Helping our son through a hard time reminded us of that. We listened. We compromised. We stood together. When you remember your teammates, arguments change. You stop trying to hurt and start trying to understand. We're not perfect, even now, but we know how to correct ourselves. If I could tell my younger self anything, it would be this: stop keeping score. Accept who she is. Speak up early. Never stop dating your partner. And always remember, you're on the same team. We've changed a lot since 1964, but we changed together. That's what saved us.